Hi, Taurus. Some sage and lavender to cleanse the space. Three chimes to bring in positive energy. This is a general reading for the sign of Taurus. If you have Taurus anywhere in your birth chart, this is your reading. It is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. You know what is for you and what is not for you. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Taurus. Taurus, a little bit about the layout of this reading. This first row, this top row, we will be looking at your public life, your professional life, your career, work, business, how you are being perceived in the public, or the energy that is surrounding you in your public life. The second row here is your private life, your personal life, your love life, family, friends, love interest, husbands, wives, partners, children, and the energy that is surrounding you in your private life, in your personal life. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Taurus. Taurus, and then on this third row, we will look at final thoughts, final messages, final takeaway from this reading. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Taurus. Wonderful cards, wonderful energy coming in for you. Look at you go, Taurus. Thank you, Spirit. Messages for the sign of Taurus. What would we like Taurus to know or to be aware of during or for this reading? Thank you. Let's just line these up just a bit, just a hair. Hopefully you'll have a good view of your cards this week, Taurus. Maybe let's just tweak them ever so gently. And before we begin with the foundation of this reading, let's work on practicing using our intuition, or our ESP. And so we have these quick little black and white cards here. We'll give them a quick shuffle. And I'll select one of these cards. Ooh, we definitely have not had that one before, Taurus. I'm sending that image to you. If at any time during this reading you believe you know what that image is, just write it in the comment box. And at the end of the reading, we'll have a reveal, and we'll see if we were able to connect with our intuition. And the foundation, the basis of your reading this week is the Death card. The silly thing about the Death card is it's the lack of color in both the horse and in the flag. Something has ended, so some new color, something more exciting can come in. And that is driven by the Tower card. A change, a shift from the physical to the spiritual, taking a leap of faith. There's some fears about taking a leap of faith or taking action. And let's see how that plays into the rest of your reading this week, Taurus. And we start off with the Two of Pentacles. And I do like this Two of Pentacles. It's about balance. And it's about balancing between the seen and the unseen, a balancing between the physical realm and the spiritual realm. And that is followed by the Nine of Wands, putting in the labor, putting in the work, putting in the time, and having the battle scars to show it. And then we have the Hangman card. Deep thought, deep introspection. And I am not surprised to see the Hangman card here, especially when we're talking about the balance between the physical and the spiritual, and the change, the shift between the spiritual and the physical. Look, those are some very powerful cards here. It's almost indicating a spiritual awakening, and that we're seeing that in your public life is a little bit interesting. Usually we'll see these cards in your personal life or in final thoughts, final messages. But that is followed by the Strength card. And it is achieving success, finding that balance. And many times when we are on a spiritual awakening or on a journey of awakening, I think throughout our lives we go through several phases of awakening. It's like we awaken, we find balance. We awaken, we find balance. And here I see you being very successful in finding that balance. There's some King of Pentacles. There's an important financial decision that needs your attention. There's a decision that involves a lot of I want to say financial, but maybe it even goes in a large property, a large something very physical, something very tangible. And this decision is needing and demanding your attentions. Things have gotten off track, and they're asking you that you find balance. Things may have gotten off of track. Things have gotten off track. And it's time to bring, or time to start, to bring that stability back. You'll need to search and go within and be very practical and stay very committed to the decisions that you are making or will soon make. It's definitely a decision that involves money or something very physical. Maybe it's a decision about a property, a decision about a contract or a business deal. And this has gotten off track, and it's demanding your attention, and it's demanding that you make a decision. And it's only your decision and your actions that can bring stability back into that. But there's something about this decision and the shift, or something about this decision that you are afraid of, or that you don't want to make. You're not liking the outcome that this will have for some people. The outcome that it may have for some people. There's part of this decision that you don't want to do. But it needs to be made, and it needs to be done. And it's going to require your strength to stay very practical, very pragmatic, and stick with your choices and stick with your decisions. Stay committed to what you know is right, Taurus. Money does matter. And sometimes there's a delicate balance that needs to happen between money does matter and people matter and thoughts and feelings matter. We can imagine if we are on a sinking ship and we're responsible for the lives of everyone on a sinking ship. And the ship has a hole in it, and everybody's got a bucket. Everybody's putting out water, removing water from the sinking ship, carrying their own weight, so to speak. But there may be a person that we need to let go of. Their bucket has a hole in it. They're not able to put out water, or they're not holding their own weight. They're not pulling their own weight. In fact, they may be even making the ship sink a little bit faster. And for the good of everyone else, sometimes we do need to let that person go. I hope that made sense to you. Sometimes we get a little bit off of track here, but I can only speak of what I see here. And then we have the King of Cups. And that can speak to isolation, taking a break. And then we have the Hermit card. There's a lot of soul searching, a lot of really listening to and following our intuition. The Knight of Swords, rushing in, taking action, speaking words, looking towards the future, planning for a future. There has been a lack of interest. Things have become very mundane. Sometimes the simplest thing we can do to break the mundane is to engage. You're being asked to take action. Are being asked to participate. Recently, you may have just been phoning it in, and your loved ones, those that are surrounding you in your personal life, in your private life, are seeing that you're not fully engaged, that you're calling it in, that you're just going through the motions. There's an isolation. Someone, I don't know if you are isolating or someone is isolating themselves. And waiting and wanting and looking and longing for you to connect on a deeper level. They're missing the passion, missing the fire, missing the desires. They're waiting for you to connect with them on a deeper level. And needs to be you. You are the one that is going to need to take action and be the first one to open up. Someone is feeling like they have done all that they can. They've tried to engage the other. And it's like they're done trying. And they're waiting for you to initiate and to open up. When I see that and we're looking at that, spiritual awakenings, when we are experiencing a spiritual awakening, we do tend to isolate ourselves, and we do tend to disconnect while we're processing, while we're adjusting, while we're trying to find balance. I do believe that that is what is happening here, or has happened here. You or someone close to you has been going through a spiritual awakening, and now it's the beginning of trying to reconnect on a deeper level, and really trying to put into words what it is that you have experienced or are experiencing. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. Things are not as balanced and as fair as they appear. Justice, followed by the Two of Cups. Justice in your favor. Moving on, moving forward. What is this, Taurus? Making a change, making a move. A spiritual change, a physical move. Taurus, you deserve the finer things in life. And very rarely do we obtain the finer things in life without collaboration with others. Lately, you have been trying to do it alone. And it is time for you to talk with those that are closest to you in order to collaborate. We want the finer things in life. We all want the finer thing. Most of us want the finer things in life. But you've been trying to work, trying to achieve, gaining the finer things, achieving the finer things in life alone, or you haven't been working, you haven't been collaborating with others. Spirit is letting you know, God is letting you know, Source is letting you know that now is the time to collaborate and work with others and let other people know what it is that you are wanting to achieve, what it is that you're wanting to bring into your life. And before I let you go, Taurus, let me send that image of that card to you one more time. And did you pick the double X? Or I would even say even the lattice. But I do know this is the first time this card has come up in any of our intuition readings. I'm so happy if you were able to determine what this card is. If not, no worries. We'll try again next week. It's not about perfection. It's about practice. And that is the message that I have for the sign of Taurus. Thank you, Taurus. You have a blessed week.